Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this tutorial that I decided to do today is based on a highly requested look from my clients and my friends. And it's a hair tutorial, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit and not do another makeup one. So this look today is going to be this kind of soft wave look. I'll tell you what products you need, what tools. You don't have to use the exact brands that I'm using. I'm just kind of showing you what I have and what I already use. You don't have to go out and buy something brand new if you already have something similar. You can make it work. So yeah, this style works on really any hair length, and it's just this soft kind of wave. These are really in right now. So I really hope you like it. It's been highly requested, and I hope that it kind of gives you an aha moment. And thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask me, or if you have any requests, feel free to ask me. I'm open to anything. And if I can do it, I'll try to show you. Okay, so first things first, I'm kind of going to show you what I use for the look and what you kind of need to get ready. So I use this comb. I just kind of use this to part my hair and just kind of get the look started. That's about it. And maybe at the end you can use it to kind of tease. You just need a brush to brush out your hair before you get started. Any kind of brush will do. Hairspray. I'm using the Kenra Perfect Medium Spray. I really like it because it's not too sticky or thick. And you're just kind of using it at the end to set the look. Next, you need a curling wand. I'm using the Paul Mitchell clipless curling iron. You can also use a regular curling iron and just kind of open it, like open the clamp and then just wrap your hair around it. You don't want to wrap it around the whole thing without opening it first, because that kind of clamp will put a crease in the hair, which is what you don't want. So let's get started. So the first step you're going to do is just part your hair wherever you part it. I part my hair in the middle usually, especially for this look, so that's what I'm kind of doing. And then after that's done, just kind of brushing it out. You don't want it knotty before you start. You want it as clean a slate as possible. Now this is my natural texture. I just let it air dry yesterday and then I'm curling it today. I don't like to use too much heat on my hair all in one day, so I won't blow dry it, and then the second day I'll use heat just to kind of protect it, because I'm trying to grow it out and kind of nurse it back to health. I did a lot of bleaching. Then what I'll do is I will section out the top from the bottom, and I'll use my two fingers and put it right at my temple, and then I'll just slide it back to where my fingers meet, and then I will just clip this part up and I'll curl the bottom first. The most important thing you need to know about this look is making sure your sections are the same size. Sections, not this part, just each piece that you take. You want to take it about an inch section, and make sure you're curling them away from your face. So if you're curling it on this side, make sure you're wrapping the hair this way. If you're curling on this side, make sure you're wrapping the hair this way. The same size sections will help you get that kind of combined look of that one like unison wave. That's the most important part. Secondly, whenever you're curling your hair, you want to make sure your curl's set. It's not the heat that's setting the curl, it's the heat and then the cooling of the curl that's going to set it. So you can use these little pin curl pins, and you can use these to clip up each curl as you go, especially if your hair tends to not hold curl very well. You can do this and then finish your makeup or do whatever, and then take it out at the end after it's cool. If I have time, I'll kind of set my hair with these little pins, but if not, which is usually the case, I will just kind of go through with the wand and just do it kind of quickly. It doesn't matter, whatever you would prefer, whatever you have time for. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first 1-inch section, and I just use my fingers to separate, make sure it's all smoothed out. Taking my curling wand, and another thing I forgot to mention about this look, the way you get that wave is making sure you're not curling the ends or right at the root. So you're basically just concentrating it in like the middle and just leaving out about 2 inches on the bottom. This will kind of give you that broken up wave effect. You can get this similar effect if you want to curl the ends, but this is just kind of showing you the loose wave look with this technique. So again, I'm taking my section, my curling wand, and I'm putting it behind it because again, we're curling away from the face. So I'm starting about halfway down and just wrapping my hair around it. again, leaving out the ends. Let it stay. I swear the look will come together. The end, just let it stay like this. Again, you want it to cool, and you want it to kind of cool in its curl pattern. Let the hair twist. See how it's twisting? It's not going flat. It's twisting, which is, you kind of want to like turn your wrist, if that makes sense, as you're doing it. Ends are out. And release. Always kind of keep this hand that's holding the end, my finger like on the hair to kind of test the heat. Make sure you're not leaving it on for too long. You don't want to burn off your hair, especially if you have finer hair. Your hair, you know, can't take as much heat. You see this wave? I don't know if you can see it, but this is like my natural texture, so you don't have to have your hair completely straight before you start. When you curl it, it'll reform these waves, and you won't even, like the waves I already have, and you wouldn't even know they were there. So again, you don't have to start with completely straight hair to achieve this, because you're kind of gonna reform your curl pattern anyway. Also, if you have trouble like seeing behind, you know, the hair in the back to see if you got it, I literally just put my hand underneath and just kind of like lift it up and like turn it forward to make sure that I got all the hair. So I'll just like scoop it and kind of look and make sure it's all curled. See, I just burnt myself again. I'm like covered in burns. I don't know what my problem is. I'm so accident prone. Battle wounds, I guess. Go ahead and finish this side. This is what it should sort of look like. It's kind of like, it looks like a broken curl, sort of. See how it's twisted around? And release. If you want to pin up your curls, kind of, I don't know if you can see, I hope so. My hair's dark, so it's a little hard to see. Catch it, and just kind of put your finger through it and like re-wrap your finger, or the curl around your finger, like your finger's a curling iron. Reform it. See how it's just, I just twisted it all into one curl. And this is where you pin it. Make sure it's away from your face. And then you just pin it through the middle. And it just kind of stays. It's kind of like the effect of hot rollers, how hot rollers, you know, cool off in your hair. That's pretty much doing the same thing. Last two sections. One of my best friends just texted me about Sons of Anarchy. She's finally catching up, and she's watching last season, season 6 I think it was, and she just watched the season finale. And if you watch Sons of Anarchy, you understand her shock right now. It's a crazy finale. Crazy. Love that show. I'm also currently addicted to Scandal. Does anybody watch that? I like can't stop watching it. It is, however, making me paranoid. I feel like everything's a conspiracy now. Not really, but it's awesome. And Kerry Washington is badass. There we go. So we're all set. Now, don't touch these until they are cool. Get dressed, do your makeup, do whatever you have to do to kind of let these curls sit. This is the key to the look. That's the key to doing anything with curls for your hair. Let them cool. I cannot stress it enough. So I kind of just let this sit. I usually will finish my makeup. I'll do any last minute I'll look at the pieces and see if I need to do any last minute curls. I'll kind of curl it. Yeah. And you wait, you stare at your watch, you wonder when your friends are gonna come pick you up, you wonder if they're gonna be on time, because usually they're not. At this point, just use your fingers. And I start underneath and I just comb it, run my fingers through, and then I shake it. Shake, shake, make sure you have everything. And then smooth it all together. I'm going to give it one more spray. Another technique I do, don't like it too flat here, and I feel like my hair gets a little flat in this area. So I'll just take that comb that I used to part, and I'll take the finer tooth side, the ones that are like closer together, and I'll just pick up my bangs in the front and just tease them slightly and then brush them down, and it adds lift. You can kind of see the difference there. Just a tiny bit, nothing too much, unless you want to go through and tease every part, which you can, but I just like to do it in the front here because I feel like that's where I see the most, I guess. Tease it a little bit, flip it back over, lightly comb it. And there you have it. So, I really hope that you learned something and this kind of makes it easier for you and kind of breaks it down a little bit. I understand you're not going to get it the first time probably, so just keep practicing. I couldn't do it the first time. A lot of people can't do it the first time, but now that you know the technique, you can practice and kind of perfect it and figure out what you're doing wrong. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you liked it, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.